Kia ora tātou, welcome back to the Wargaming Den. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted a battle report. I've done a few battles but just haven't had time to make them into a video. However, this week I have something completely new for you. This week's game sees my new Varangar army versus Gorddon's new Ogres. So let's have a look at the game. The mission we're going to play is Dominate, and the points, as usual, are 2,000 points. And here we have my brand new Varangar army. I've got a regiment of Night Raiders. They're armed with bows. I've got two regiments of Huskars. They're the actual reason that I ended up making the army. I got some Chaos Marauders from Facebook Marketplace and decided I needed to build an army around them. Added to those a unit of mounted Sons of Gorddon, some Tundra Wolves, two Lords on Frostfang. That was a bit of a late minute change. Originally I was just going to have one Lord on the Frostfang and one running around with the Wings of Honey Maze, but changed my mind. Snow Troll Prime, he's got a Chalice of Wrath to help mitigate his wavering a wee bit. Same with the Tundra Wolves. I gave them a Staying Stone, actually, you'll notice, and that's to a wee bit of mitigation there as well. And then I have the formation, which are the Steep Horse Raiders. So they are pretty cool. They hit on a 3, which is not bad for lightish cavalry armed with bows. So 2,000 points. I've got a total of 11 units, 19 unit strength, and 40 ranged shots. And here we have a new version of Gorddon's Ogre army. He's been running his ogres with lots of chariots. I mean, lots of chariots recently, but he's slowly been chipping away at his horde, and he's just managed to finish a couple of units of shooters and a unit of boomers. So there's a lot more shooting than I'm used to facing with his ogres. However, what have we got? We've got the two hordes of shooters. We've got a horde of boomers. A horde of warrior chariots. Usually runs 2 of those, so I'm happy to only see 1. He's got the boomer chariots with the sacred horn, so that's got a good stealth or a bubble for his guys. He really enjoys using the Crocodog Wrangler, and I like the Reaper Bones miniature. Sorry, it might be a Nolzur's miniature that he uses for that. He's got a sergeant with heavy crossbow. He's got the Hell on Wheels formation as well. So the warrior chariot regiments that have rampage D3. So he's got 10 units, 17 units strength, only 2 inspiring units. He's had to change things quite a bit in this version of his list, and he's got a massive 67 ranged shots, so a lot more shooting than I'm used to facing. So let's have a look at the table and see how the game unfolds. Right, let's have a look at deployment. I broke my army into 2 battle groups, really. I've got my Huskars, Tundra Wolves, and behind them I've got the Lord on the Frostfang, Night Raiders in the wood, and a Snow Troll Prime nearby there. So that's my slow moving unit, which are well and truly going to be outranged by various chariots over there. Not sure how I'm going to cope with those because I've got no shooting on that side. And I ended up deploying all my mobile units in one battle group over here. So I've got the Mounted Raiders, the Sons of Gorddon, another Lord on the Frostfang, and the character that goes with the formation there. Gorddon has opposed my mounted troops with his shooters and his boomers, so he's got a lot of firepower here. And he's just got all his chariots and the Crowdog Wrangler, etc. In this battle group here. So let's have a look, see how the first turn unfolds. I won the dice roll and decided to go first. Just moved forward slightly with my infantry units, put the Tundra Wolves out to act as a bit of chaff potentially. Sons of Gorddon had the aura for stealthy, so I popped them on top of the hill, and I had the Night Raiders in behind. I was hoping to not take too much in the way of shooting. Unfortunately, though, even needing sixes, lots of shooting from the shooters, backed up by the boomers and the sergeant, meant that my Sons of Gorgon took 8 wounds and were disordered. Not the start I was hoping for. Right, and here we have Gorddon's turn. He just refused these troops. They all just fired at my Sons of Gorgon. He moved forward onto the hill over here. With his various chariot units. So he's just getting into charge range of my guys. Not much I'm going to be able to do against that unless I can maybe disrupt them with the Tundra Wolves. But actually what my Tundra Wolves had noticed and hoped was to come whizzing around here, maybe put some pressure on either turning that flank or even getting at the flank of his shooters over there. We will see how turn 2 works out. Okay, and here we have my turn 2. So the Sons of Gorgon were wavered, so they just stayed still. What I should have actually done is move them back a bit, as you'll see in a minute. Gorddon capitalised on that. I didn't think about it. I was still in charge range of the boomers. Put the Frost Lord in front of them. I've got the other character down here, and both my units of shooters tried to target, I think, these guys here, but didn't do any wounds at all. Just moved back slightly with the bulk of my infantry and my Lord with the Frost Fang and my Snow Troll Prime, and came whizzing in here with the Tundra Wolves. I was tempted to turn this way and face them, but I was pretty confident that none of these guys were going to be able to see me and that I was going to maybe be able to turn a flank over here or put some pressure on. Unfortunately, I failed to notice this warlord was actually facing this way slightly. And so Gorddon, once he'd moved all his units, actually moved them in such a way that he was able to get a line of sight on the Tundra Wolves, which was a very good move that I wasn't expecting. And Gorddon charged in with his boomers into the Sons of Gorgon and destroyed those. Wasn't quite expecting that, but again, it was a good move, and it meant that my heavy hitting cavalry was no more. And yeah, you can see just at the end here, this is where his warlord is repositioned. He came charging through here, took out my Tundra Wolves, and then repositioned. One of the chariot regiments had moved back, as had the boomer chariots. These guys have moved forward a wee bit. So yeah, that was a very clever move of Gorddon's. I wasn't expecting that. I thought I had him under a bit more pressure. If I'd moved back here a wee bit more, may not have been able to get line of sight on me, but I wasn't actually worrying about that warlord at all. I didn't actually spot his angle down there as being a potential threat. But as I said, good move by Gorddon, and first blood to the Ogres. Right, and on to turn 3. Things are getting a bit brutal. So my mounted raiders, again, still trying to shoot here, rolling a bit poorly and not doing much in the way of wounds still. I think I might have done 2 or 3 if I was lucky. I managed to hit the boomers in the flank with my character over here. My Frost Lord got himself wavered by all the shooting last turn from the various shooters, so I wasn't able to do anything but turn. But I did manage to kill the boomers with my character. No, my mistake. I think I just wavered them this turn. I think that's a wavered token down there. On this side, I thought, well, I'm going to take a chariot charge in the front grill, so I might as well just push forward and see what happens, really. See if I can handle it when they all come charging in. I don't think I was going to be able to, but time will tell. And Gorddon's response was pretty typical. This doesn't go well. We've got a warlord here accompanied by a horde of chariots, so that's a crap load of attacks against the Huskarls here. The other Huskarls are attacked just by a regiment, and I think they may hold just. So, yeah, pretty brutal turn from my point of view. So start of my turn 4, I'd lost those Huskarls. My other Huskarls took quite a bit of damage, but are still going. Did quite a few wounds with the Huskarls and the Frost Lord here on the Chariot Regiment, but unfortunately I think I rolled a double 1, and meanwhile the Knight Raiders locked in combat with the Crocodile Wrangler over there, and it's still chipping away with bow shots over here. So, but I had managed to get rid of the boomers over there by the looks of it. When in doubt, charge. So I threw both the mounted knights in, the mounted raiders in against the shooters over here. Managed to waver them. 28 dice hitting on 4s. I was happy with that. Got rid of the chariots. So I may have got that wrong. I remember doing a couple of double 1s, but may not have been against that chariot unit. My Huskarls here are going to be in trouble though, because they're about to be hit in the flank by these guys. So that's not looking too good at all. And no surprises there. Gorddon threw his other shooters into the flank of my mounted raiders. Okay, things are not looking good on my turn 5. My Frost Lord here is about to be hit in the flank over here. This one must be where I got the double 1, because my Frost Lord and my Night Raiders are still locked in combat here. What I was hoping was to kill those guys, turn the Frost Lord to face the Chariot Horde. As it turns out, he was about to get a Horde in the flank, which is not going to be ideal. And I'm also set up here to be hit in the flank now by the shooter chariots. They've only 8 shots normally, but 16 when they are hitting from the flank, so that's pretty good. Over here I threw my character from the formation into the back of the shooters, did a few wounds, managed to kill the other shooters here, and my Night Raiders were only wavered, so doing a wee bit of damage, but the objectives are here. The only unit I've got that's going to be able to get near the objective is this one. Gorddon's got 4 unit strength here, and potentially other units that could get involved as well. And just as I expected, my Frost Lord, my Lord on a Frostfang went down to a rather nasty flank charge from a horde of chariots. 40 odd dice, plus the chariots in the front, plus a warlord. Didn't end well. Didn't end well for the Night Raiders either. I think the Snow Troll Prime got himself involved as well and was about the only thing left standing at the end of that turn. I didn't take any shots at the end of turn 6. This is actually at the start. I turned and moved over here to get within 12. Gorddon turned these units to get within 12, so I had 4 unit strength to my 2, and the Snow Troll Prime got himself massacred by various chariots. So ended up a 4-2 victory to Gorddon. And there we have it, 4-2 to Gorddon. Great game, thoroughly enjoyed it. Charging into the wall of death here with all the shooters and boomers, far from ideal. Should have probably just hung around back here for a turn or two, set myself up and then charged over. But it was always going to be a wee bit difficult, but I was very happy with the mounted raiders getting in here by the end of the game. So even though there was a lot of firepower there, I was able to get in, so that bodes well. Over here, I was always going to be outranged by the various chariot units, and just took it in the grill, really. The Tundra Wolves, could have used them slightly smarter, but and put a bit more pressure on, but nearly paid off, but lesson learned there. Overall, though, I was happy with the new army. It's got a lot of punching to it. It's just getting things working and coordinated a bit better. But look forward to the next game. Gorddon played that one very well. We're hoping to have another game this week. Not sure if I'll record that one or not, but anyway, thoroughly enjoyed it and look forward to another game soon. So thanks for watching, everybody. Ka kite anō.